I just got back from seeing Venom 3, The Last Dance, and I am struggling to wrap my head around what people found so ridiculous about this movie. Was it an amazing movie? Hell no. Was it a 7 out of 10? Hell no. Was it a 6 out of 10? Hell no, but it was a strong 5. It was a good mid movie. And I just want to talk about this one thing in particular, about why I'm figuring out people did not like this movie so much. Everybody wanted to see Venom versus Knull. Let me quickly explain to you why that was never gonna happen in this movie in the first place. Not even in this movie's defense. I'm just trying to put logic back in y'all's minds, because clearly a number of you YouTubers, a number of people who watched this movie just lost all common sense. Maybe it was ignorance. Maybe you don't know anything about Knull. Let me tell you why this movie was never gonna be some sort of Venom Knull 1v1. First off, if Knull came to the planet of Earth, he would kill everybody. You know in Marvel, how you have that big old planet in space called Nowhere? It looks like a floating skull. Yeah, that skull is actually the floating head of a Celestial. A Celestial that Knull killed by himself. With one strike, he cut that dude's head off. What do you think Venom was going to do? Wrap some tendrils around his neck and choke him out? That wasn't gonna work. Knull is older than the universe itself. He created Venom. He created all of the symbiotes. Why are you dummies trying to act like Venom or anyone stood a chance? Especially when Knull sent his guard dogs to Earth to handle his little symbiote problem. Nearly all of them died. So these symbiotes that we saw in this movie teaming up with Venom and Venom himself couldn't even handle the final boss's goons. What do you genuinely think, use your brain now, was gonna happen if Knull pulled up himself? Absolute decimation. Now, I'm not trying to beat my symbiotic meat into your head and try to tell you that this movie was good. You don't need to think it was good, but I'll be damned if y'all try to tell me that this movie is the worst out of the trilogy. Venom 2 was literal dog shit. Venom 1 was okay, you know, I felt like it was an okay Sony movie. Compared to Madam Web and Morbius, Venom 1 is on top. And I'm hearing so many people say that this movie was baseless. Like, if anything, this movie gave me hope for the future of Spider-Man and Venom. The King in Black was released. I'm seeing nobody talk about the after credit scene. He's coming to f everybody's lives up now. I have no clue how they're gonna beat this man, but he's coming. People are acting like we're never gonna see Venom again. If anything, that after credit scene gave us all the reason to think that he is gonna return sooner than later. The writing in this movie was garbage, but the action scenes were amazing. They were much better than the 2 previous movies before this. They were showing off a little bit more blood, a little bit more gory kind of deaths in here, especially with the guard dogs. Like when they would eat people, they would shoot red mist out the back of their heads. Like they would grind up a body. You know what I'm saying? Real gory stuff. Both Venom and Eddie Brock had a lot more personality in this movie, and he's been wearing the same outfit for so goddamn long. I just know Eddie Brock smelled like a sewer. He smelled like your granny's underwear drawer. Like I just know that he stank. This is the type of movie you sit down with a friend or two, you know, you have a beer, have another beer, you know, bring your girl around if she wants to watch a little action movie. You want to turn your brain off. You don't really want to think too much. It's not the most extravagant plot, but I'm not gonna stand here and act like this movie was as garbage as most of y'all are saying. It was a fun movie. I don't know if I would watch it again, but for somebody who just watched it for the first time, it wasn't too bad. Now let me go back to Knull. You do understand how many factors come into play when Knull is involved. Think about it like this. What's the most powerful version of Spider-Man you can think of that wasn't in a comic but was in media, such as TV, movies, video games? You're probably gonna say Insomniac Spider-Man. And even he had a hard time fighting Venom. What do you think? Bro, you could get Toby, Andrew, Tom, and Peter, Yuri Lowenthal's Peter, together, and they still wouldn't beat Knull together. You need absolute plot armor to get through that man. So once again, and lastly, why was everybody expecting Venom to be throwing hands with this god killer. You know Gore the God Butcher? That sword that he uses to kill gods? That came from Knull. He has plenty of things in his arsenal he could use to f your day up. I wasn't ever expecting Venom and Knull to even be in the same room. I feel like just most people went into this movie uneducated about who Knull was, and that's fine. But I'm not gonna sit here and let you talk trash about it for the wrong reasons. You could talk trash about the writing. These movies have never had good writing. In fact, I would go as far as to say that the writing in these movies is garbage. Sony always trying to play keep-ups with the MCU. It sucks. But besides the writing, the action scenes, some of the character building, the way some characters make you feel. Like there was this one woman in the movie that was creeping out my girlfriend, but every time I saw her face, she was pissing me off. And then there were some bigger moments towards the end, like when Scream, the symbiote Scream came out, and I had a feeling it was gonna be her, and I like that they made her all purple and electric. That's kind of my whole vibe if you couldn't tell. But the movie was a strong 5 out of 10. You could even push for 6. And it definitely was not the worst out of the trilogy, Angry Joe. Penguin Zero. Y'all just do not know who you were dealing with, and that's okay. I'm just here to educate you. This is most definitely the type of movie I would want y'all to go and see for yourself to make up your own minds about it. I don't want to push too much of what I feel and what I think into your head. You know, you don't need me to hold your hand and make your decisions for you. Go see it for yourself, make up your own mind. Just don't go in there expecting some A1 story where you have to look out for 1,000 different Easter eggs and future plot points. Everything that this movie wants you to know, it will tell you. But goddamn, to call this one the worst out of the trilogy is bullshit. Now, before I keep yapping and repeating myself, just like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you think of the movie if you've seen it already, because I genuinely do not think that it was that bad. That's all I had to say. I will be seeing you. Take care and peace.
Baby, let me see some. Okay, too bad. Bitches going both ways. She gon' do it for these fans. She make it clap like how I do both of my hands.